All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced, kicking coverage is in his direction.
So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017, and I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires. The first quarter of action. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. More from Jacksonville after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, it's McCoy. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. LaShawn McCoy in the final seconds of the 1st half, and the Jags are able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the air.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Jordan Hicks leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the 2nd half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Leopard! Gone!
It's Young off play action. Wide open receiver complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Pierre Garçon, 33 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Time for a break. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. They'll run it now out of the gun.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll run it with McCoy. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They'll go with McCoy. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, partner, I know that you and I were raised that in this situation, just take a knee. You got the game pretty much salted away, but instead of that, they throw it. Another touchdown.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see this post-game handshake.
Maybe a conservative run up the middle, but to pass the ball and then score, yeah, some awkward hand. All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's Solo Challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Leading this crew out is their electrifying signal caller, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL MVP. You all know him, Steve Young. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on second and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On third down, that's McCoy. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On third down, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On 4th down, they snap it to Young. Rolling to his right. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down deep in their territory. And they've got it here with a first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. 3-19. Leopard.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He'll get it up the middle. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. LaShawn McCoy, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Play action now. Here's Steve Young. It got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Detroit!
On play action, Young. His throw incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Young now. Off play action. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
To throw, Young. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Pierre Garçon as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple of extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39! Green, 39!
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. It'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Blue, Leopard!
Mayfield now on second down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No, check. Patriot. Patriot. Set. 319.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they thought they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Yet again, Pierre Garçon and company gearing up to take the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're...
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 13 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
Detroit! 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 Hurry up, here we go! Watch it now, Barney! Blue 90! Left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense. As they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Detroit! Young here to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They go play action. Young. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Pierre Garçon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand. Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. First down, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action. Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set. Blue 90.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Single. I got a single in the slot.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. James Washington, 41 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Watch it now, Barney! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. All right, nice job. I believe that is challenge met and defeated from where I sit. Congratulations. Good job on this Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. All right, it's Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You know the drill. Let's get right down to it. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. The Jaguars offense ready to go. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Young. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Young. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a 2nd down throw for Young. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Steve Young out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw the little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Young will lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Here's Steve Young. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Here's Steve Young on 2nd down. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead. To a fourth down. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on fourth down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still fourth down.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
It's just me and you.
Over.
And they'll run it with McCoy. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they got to make sure that they don't lose their focus. Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Mayfield. He'll get that to the rookie from Washington. It's Dante Pettis. And touchdown! Dante Pettis, 92 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing.
Carlson now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This fielded at the 2. So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead. Leading them out will be the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the MVP of Super Bowl 29, the dynamic Steve Young. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Play action now. Here's Steve Young. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Off the play fake, Young. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Watch it now, Barney. Left gun. Detroit.
Young off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them.
And he's going to be wrapped driven down. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Detroit!
On play action, Young. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. The play fake, now Young. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Young on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. It's Young off play action. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They go play action. Young. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Steve Young, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a...
Wanted to do, getting the ball. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Seated to my right, Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Toronto football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Now let's go. Blue 90.
The first carry for the rookie, it's Darius Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys. Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Off the play fake. Young. Pass incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Off play action. Young. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here's Young. Off the play fake. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A gain of 32 that time. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They'll give it to him up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got one.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. LaShawn McCoy, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Mayfield now on second down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A first down throw for Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A second down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. It was Andrew Sendejo from a strong safety spot able to make the play.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 11. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Gun! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
Final play of the half, Young. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. This is fielded at the goal line. And now running right through him. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure that...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Chris Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. They go play action. Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
He'll buy some time right. And that's caught inside the 35. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Pierre Garçon, 84 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, you know, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Tight end right. Leopard. Now let's go. 3-19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's going to lose yardage here as they will switch in. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he will find the rookie from Memphis, Anthony Miller. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Time for a break. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd down, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now let's go.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant. All game long, the pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Detroit!
Young here to throw. Over the middle to Garcon. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so their turnovers might lead to no victory.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It'll be Young again. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
You got him. You got him.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
We got three. Gun.
Young, off play action. Man open, it's Moss complete. Not the results you wanted, but the good news, practice makes perfect. We'll see you again right here on the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge.